A pharaoh gives an impossible order. Build me a shape the world has never seen. Across Egypt, thousands move. Engineers draw, workers march, stone begins to travel. In the desert, the ground is measured, leveled, prepared. The first pyramid rises and fails. The second rises and nearly collapses. Then, from disaster and design, a perfect form is born. This is not the story of Khufu. This is the story of the king who made Khufu possible. Sneferu. Sneferu ruled from Memphis, the heart of Old Kingdom Egypt. From here, he looked south toward Meidum and north toward Dashur, distances of desert that would soon become laboratories of stone. Orders left the capital. Surveyors walked the land with ropes and sighting tools. They searched for flat bedrock, stable ground beneath the sand. Because before a pyramid could rise, the earth itself had to be prepared. Thousands of laborers arrived. Not slaves, but organized workers, housed in camps, fed by the state, working in rotating teams. Day and night, the desert changed. Limestone was cut from nearby quarries. Fine white casing stone came from Tura across the Nile. Granite would later come from Aswan, hundreds of kilometers away. Blocks were dragged on sledges over wet sand, hauled by lines of men moving in rhythm. At Meidum, Sneferu attempted something never done before, a step pyramid transformed into a true pyramid. The outer casing was laid, the angle sharpened, the shape began to emerge. Then the stones began to slip. The structure could not hold its own weight. Sections collapsed. What should have been a revolution became a warning carved into rubble. Sneferu did not retreat. At Dashur, he ordered another pyramid, bigger, steeper, bolder. The bent pyramid began to rise. Its angle cut sharply into the sky. But deep inside, cracks appeared. Engineers saw the danger. The weight was wrong, the design too ambitious. In the middle of construction, they changed the angle. The pyramid bent, a permanent mark of a crisis narrowly avoided. Two massive failures, thousands of stones, years of labor, and still the king continued. Because now, Egypt understood something it never had before. Weight, balance, foundation, angle, internal pressure. The science of pyramids had been learned through collapse. Then came the third attempt, the Red Pyramid. Built on wide foundations, a safer angle, stronger internal design. Slowly, perfectly, the first true pyramid in history rose from the desert. Sneferu personally inspected the sites. Records and later traditions describe a ruler deeply involved, visiting works, overseeing progress, ensuring supply lines from the Nile continued without interruption. Camps of workers functioned like small cities. Bakers, tool makers, water carriers, stone haulers, an entire civilization moving for one purpose. Years passed. The Red Pyramid stood complete, smooth, stable, perfect. And watching all of this was a young prince, Khufu. He inherited not just a kingdom, but knowledge paid for in failure. Engineers who had learned from disaster, workers who knew the rhythm of stone, surveyors who understood the desert. When Khufu built the Great Pyramid, he was standing on Sneferu's lessons. Without Meidum, no bent pyramid. Without the bent pyramid, no Red Pyramid. Without the Red Pyramid, no Great Pyramid. Sneferu was not remembered for one monument. He was remembered in the success of another king. The greatest wonder of the ancient world was born from the persistence of a forgotten pharaoh.